On this episode of Fan Film Friday, I'm checking out My Special Boy by GrimNox Productions. This is a production company from James Grimm, whose films I've reviewed before. Actually, it's a joint effort by him and Braden Timmons, another filmmaker whose films I've reviewed. They both make a lot of awesome content, so get on over to their channels and check them out. I'll put the links to their channels in the description box below. And while you're over there, don't forget to like and subscribe. Anyway, on to the film. So, this one opens up on a cabin near Crystal Lake where Pamela Voorhees is walking up to the cabin holding a bloody knife. Meanwhile, her husband, Elias, is on the front porch just drinking what I assume is water. But it could be vodka. I mean, maybe he likes to party. She mentions how the counselors weren't watching their son Jason and he drowned. Elias responds by saying it's the best news he's heard all year. So, this causes Pamela to freak out and she stabs him to death. After the opening title, we time jump to a few years later on, of course, Friday the 13th. People are arriving to the camp, which has been renamed Camp Trinity Pointe. This guy, Sean, is the main character and the lead counselor, and these are some other counselors. This girl isn't too happy about being there, but her boyfriend's trying to convince her to make the most out of it. Sean seems to have a connection with April, another counselor, but then this guy, Eric, shows up and seemingly drives a wedge between them. I don't know if that's exactly what's going on just yet, but it looks that way. They keep mentioning the term, just like old times, because they all know each other from going there as campers a long time ago. Then, Sean confronts Eric about him acting shady. Eric mentions how Sean handled a situation with April when they were kids. I guess Sean just quit talking to her and made up an excuse. Sean's family owned the camp for a short while, but they quickly abandoned it. Really what happened is that people in the camp started getting killed by Jason, and his family got the hell out of there. I mean, can you blame them? Fuck that camp. After that, a group of counselors are hanging out acting a fool. The backwards hat counselor, Levi, is being a dick to this girl, and he thinks he's so cool. So yeah, I bet he dies first. Anyway, Sean and April go to give a speech before the camp officially opens, and they all look so excited to be there. As that's going on, the sheriff arrives to the camp to check things out, as Jason looks on in the distance. Oh hell, here he is. Not before long, it looks like the sheriff isn't gonna make it. Levi's fighting another counselor named Jesse over Jesse's ex, who I guess Levi slept with. But what kind of fight is this? Are they wrestling, or play fighting, or what? Sean comes over to break it up, and Levi starts being a douche again, talking shit. Surprise, surprise. Later on, Sean is gathering firewood when Jason pops up. But after closing and opening his eyes, Jason is gone, implying that Sean imagined the whole thing. As he's walking angrily through the woods, Levi becomes douchier than ever before. He starts talking shit and ripping his shirt off. But you're all alone, man. Who are you trying to intimidate? All of a sudden, Levi pulls out a thing of eyeshadow. But why? Why does he have... Oh, well... I guess that doesn't matter anymore. After that, Jason returns to his shack where we can see Pamela's decapitated head, who in his mind is telling him to kill all the counselors. Jesse goes running through the woods and guess who follows him? After nightfall, Sean and April leave the campfire to go look for Jesse and Levi, while the other counselors stumble upon a nearby party. Sean comes clean to April as to why he left and explains the camp's history, as a montage of Jason drowning and Pamela killing all the counselors happens. It even shows Baghead Jason and how he got the hockey mask. Then, Sean finds Jesse's body. Meanwhile, back at the party, this one dude is pressuring a girl into doing cocaine, so she slaps the shit out of him. The cocaine guy storms off into the woods only to come face to face with Jason. Good. Then, Jason goes back to the party and really starts padding up the body count. There's this guy, and then this girl in the sweater that looks like Velma from Scooby-Doo, and the leather jacket guy. I mean, man, he just kills one after another. Even the two counselor chicks are dead. This dude's alive, but he's messed up pretty badly. Meanwhile, April's back at the fire with some others when, BAM! This chick gets an axe right to the chest. The two survivors, Eric and April, get chased to a barn, where Eric hits Jason in the back with a chair, WWF style, allowing them to get away. Then, Sean appears and confronts Jason with an axe, and the final battle ensues. However, they both drop their weapons and decide to fight MMA style. And just as things are looking grim for Sean, Eric saves the day. But after slashing Jason with an axe, Jason takes out Eric. April tries to help, but almost ends up dead herself until Sean can bury the axe in Jason's head. The next day, Sean and April are in the midst of dumping Jason's body in the lake when... yeah. After that, we get a mid-credit scene of a deputy showing up to the camp, but he drops a bottle of liquor on the floorboard and crashes his car. After getting out to check the damage, Jason is waiting for him. The end. This one was awesome. Not only did it have both Braden Timmons and James Grimm as directors, but Tom Matthews produced it. That's pretty crazy. The plot was awesome, and so were the effects. I can only hope that these two work together in the future for a sequel. Anyway, if you want to see the film for yourself, head on over to GrimNox Productions channel, or click the link in the description box below. And that does it for another episode of Fan Film Friday. If you guys enjoyed the content, please don't forget to like and subscribe for more. And with that, I'll see you on the next one.